We're getting started. This is the No Prisoners podcast. We're Bucks County's leading investigative reporters.
Number one, baby.
We're number one in Bucks County. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Now I do know that.
We have we're going to say a go-to correspondent.
I like special guest better.
Special guest.
Makes me feel important.
We have a special guest tonight. Justin's back on. We've got some stuff to plug right off the bat. I don't know if Justin's ready to plug anything. But we're putting an event together.
Yeah, man.
On May 31st. By the time this episode comes out, the web link will be built for that. NoPrisonersPodcast.com/RSVP. It's going to be a good time. 86 West in Doylestown, May 31st, 4 to 6 p.m. We're just hosting an event with local business owners, local professionals, people in our network. A bunch of the podcast guests will be there because they're actually people we do business with. Justin will be there. Gilmar will be there. It's going to be a good time. The purpose for this gathering is just really to kind of build a tighter knit community for the purposes of doing just better business. I'm pretty sure I nailed that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that.
Well, better business, connecting people.
Yeah.
You know, it's expanding our circle. Justin knows people we don't. We know people he doesn't. I know people you guys don't. So see what happens, you know.
Networking is always the way to go, right? It's always the way to grow. It's just connecting like-minded people. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think that networking's kind of I'm trying to set it. I really don't want to call it a networking event. It is a networking event, but I'm definitely trying to create just that routine hangout for the purposes of doing more business, better business, or lifting each other up. Yeah. So that's what we're doing on May 31st.
Yeah, no name tags.
Absolutely no name tags.
It's not going to be like that.
But we do need to RSVP, unfortunately, for the event because we have limited where we're having it at 86 West. We're not infinite on how many people we can just show up there. And we are trying to communicate with them. They are being, gracious and giving us this, private bar space and our own bartender and everything like that. So we want to give them a heads up with how many people we're expecting. It is somewhat limited, and, so hit up that link. But do we have any more charity things to hit up, Gilmar?
We're still doing the St. Jude's donation fund.
On lbk.com or
/links.
lbkdesignbuild.com/links.
/lbk-links, yeah.
So donate to the kids.
Yeah, help the kids out, man. They need it.
And we know you've got it.
You got $10. We all do.
They need it, and you've got it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming to the event.
Yeah, especially.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hook the kids up, man.
I'll buy you a drink if you come to the event and you can prove you donated to the St. Jude's. Consider yourself comped. I'll pay for your drinks that night.
Yeah, bro, you're good.
Straight up. I'm not even kidding.
Damn, you hear that?
Don't be an asshole and donate $10 though, because then I'll just call you out.
That's co-sponsored by me now.
Yeah, there it is. Hey. Co-sponsored by Justin.
Daddy Justin will be co-sponsoring.
Oh, God.
I was going to with Daddy Warbucks, but nobody knows that name anymore because everybody's younger. And that was an old reference.
Yeah, so. I feel like Daddy Justin was a little aggressive, but,
You got to push the envelope, you know what I'm saying? You got to give people, some people a reason to hate you, for other people a reason to love you.
I'm definitely good at that.
What, rubbing people the wrong way?
Yeah.
But in a good way for you, or in a bad way for you?
No, in a good way for me because it's not a me problem. It's a them problem.
Interesting.
It's a
Sometimes it's a you problem though, not you in particular, but sometimes individuals have problems in the way they're conducting themselves, and they think it's a everyone else problem.
Yeah, but in my scenario, I can only speak on my scenario. In my scenario, it's not a me problem. It's a simple confidence issue.
Interesting.
I rub people the wrong way because I'm, some may consider arrogant,
Interesting.
but I'm just very confident and know who I am.
If you could be, say you were going to be in the movie Batman, what villain would you be in the movies?
1,000% Bane.
I was gonna say Bane. Yeah.
Not even close.
Dude, we have a full cast to like run up on Batman. We're ready to go.
Yeah. I think I could be the Riddler.
The Riddler.
You'd be a good Riddler.
I'll ask a bunch of questions.
The Riddler.
Riddle me this, but the Riddler. Yo, if
I would definitely be a good Bane.
Yeah. Probably. What about you, Andrew?
I don't know, I guess the Joker
The Joker.
or Two-Face, Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
That would be very, very fitting.
Your
Yeah.
little suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're fucking.
Flip the coin.
Yeah, you're a politician, bro.
Yeah, I would definitely say that would be you.
The coin flipper.
Yeah.
We need a Joker, bro.
Start calling you Harvey now.
Yeah, we have Catwoman. We got everybody.
Yeah, we got Catwoman.
He doesn't even realize he's gonna show up to this podcast. There's gonna be like 8 people in this room. It's gonna be like a Wu-Tang concert.
Bro, we're gonna flashbang him as soon as he steps in. It's like, oh fuck.
But
Yeah, we gotta get him in here.
yeah,
This fucking guy.
dude, I'm glad Justin showed up last minute for the event tonight.
Yeah, man.
We had a guest lined up, but he got injured,
You got injured on the job, dude.
and luckily, we know where you work, and things came together.
Uh-huh.
What are we doing over here in your office these days? How's work going?
How's work going? Work's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some adjustments to make, but it's fun. I don't know. I like when things get challenging. It's when it's when you have a chance to excel. I like challenges. Like when things aren't going well or going the right way is how you wanted them to, and then you have to make adjustments on the fly. That's when things get fun and interesting. If it was easy, it would just be boring, honestly.
Yeah. I don't think I appreciated that until recently.
Challenges.
Yeah, I just like always expected everything to be easy all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've read books about this. I should know how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
This should be going smoothly.
I think that was like the biggest misconception, even when I got into business, right? It was like you prepare yourself, you read these books, and you're like, oh, I'm ready to take over the world. And everybody tells you how, like, you see the flashy shit, right? The nice shit, and everyone talks about how great it is. Nobody prepares you for how miserable this shit is. It's not fun, but it is fun, right? Like, it's so challenging and so difficult, and it's always like make or break, right?
Yeah, but why do you think, I mean, I guess everybody has their own reason. Why do you in particular choose that entrepreneurial lifestyle over the comfort of having, say a standard typical day job? I don't know if that's such a thing anymore, but that more standard lifestyle. If it's so difficult, because I know it's so difficult. It sucks. Like there's been tons of times where I just had to have, luckily I had good people around me to reassure me, just like keep going. But like if those people weren't around, like I definitely would have quit like a bunch of times already. So like I kind of want to know why. Look, at this point I've built the resilience up. Like I'm not quitting. I'm dying on the hill.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like why do you as a person, as an individual, choose this lifestyle over the comfort of not this lifestyle?
None of my life has ever been comfortable, right? So I find comfort in discomfort. I enjoy discomfort. But I look at like the whole term, right? Salary is slavery, right? It's just trading your time for money, I don't really enjoy doing that. Never did. So I always wanted to grow and be bigger. And when you go on the path of being an entrepreneur, you get out of it what you put into it. And that's the biggest thing that I enjoy is everything's a direct reflection of yourself. It's a direct reflection of your efforts.
Where along your journey did did you get introduced to like this concept that like the salary is slavery, or you wanted to be like your own guy?
When I realized how much money you can make in sales. So the only other option for me, right, if I wasn't an entrepreneur, it would be still 100% solely in sales. Because it's the only thing other than doing things on your own and being an entrepreneur that's truly like being an entrepreneur without being one. Because everything, again, it's a direct reflection of the effort you put in.
Yeah, because you're usually not given a salary. You're 100% commission. So if you don't work, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where most people fail in sales, right, is they see that little taste of success and they find that comfort, right? They have their first
any further.
They have their first year making 80, 100, and they're like, okay, I'm cool here, right? So no, how do I get to 80, 100 a month? Right? Like that's the way. So like to me, that's the only two options that I ever had for myself.
Did you have other people? Like, how young were you when you realized that?
Like early 20s. I mean, I fucked off for a couple years and, learned the hard way on a bunch of shit.
And like, what were you introduced to, like a book or a podcast, or like what started the whole like realization that there was this opportunity to be had? General opportunity, I guess.
I read How to Master the Art of Sales by Tom Hopkins. I was 21 years old when I read that book. And it changed the way I viewed everything.
We need to start the book page.
Yeah.
We share so many books
that book single-handedly changed like how I viewed the ability to make money, right?
What was it called again?
How to Master the Art of Sales by Tom Hopkins.
How to Master the Art of Sales. I'm going to throw that in my Amazon cart real quick.
I would. I don't have an extra copy for you, or else I'd give it to you. Gilmar's already stealing my books.
You came over and handed me one.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You're over here putting the devil's energy on Gilmar.
The devil's energy. No, I appreciate that.
I'm on like a tear right now. I have a book.
Dude,
being
what was it
delivered
again?
every day.
Right.
How to Master the Art of Sales by Tom Hopkins.
Got up on the screen, boy.
We forgot to turn the screen on, boy.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is it?
I was gonna tell you in a second, but
Never plugged it in.
dude, paperback $16. See, it's going in the cart.
Shout out.
Hardcover $60, but you earn points. Whatever. So you got introduced to this book in your young 20s. Mm-hmm. Who gave you this book?
I had started working at a car dealership. It was my first sales job, and my sales manager gave me that book and told me to study it.
Here you go, kid.
And then, yeah, I mean, I was always just naturally inclined to be good with people. Mm-hmm. That made sales very easy. One of the biggest things of sales is the ability to speak to people, right? The ability to connect to people, to relate to people, to make them feel comfortable with you. That's a natural gift. Some people have to learn it. Some people can learn it. A lot of people can't learn it. You either have it or you don't, in my opinion. You can polish it, you can make it better, but it's something that's very hard to learn how to do, to be comfortable with.
What makes you like be able to like? Because I think Gilmar has it.
Gilmar's got the gift of gab, yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Gilmar's got it. Yeah, you shy away from the mic.
I just feel like I'm a good listener sometimes.
Yeah, but that's what makes you a good swordsman. You know?
Yeah.
Your perfect example is Ryan from Worldwide Stereo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You and him are a lot alike, except for he knows his superpower, and he's their best salesman.
Yeah, he's fucking good at what he does.
Like everybody else's numbers are probably when they're dipping, his are not.
Mm-hmm.
Like but he's good at it. He also knows his product, like you do.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't. You'd rather just chill for right now.
I guess I don't lean into it as much as I should.
One day you will. One day you'll discover your powers, Gilmar. You know what I'm saying?
It's hidden.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
There's stuff down in there, but they're in there.
Yeah.
It makes you're a good listener. You connect to people. You know?
Listening's one of the biggest things. Most salesmen blow sales for themselves because they don't know how to shut the fuck up, to be honest.
Yeah.
You just got 90% of it. People just listen to what people are saying to you. Analyze it though. Don't just don't just sit there with a blank look on your face and let words come at you. Analyze what they're saying. Why
Dude,
they're
when you
saying
said analyze, I just like for some reason saw you as the Terminator with like the screen just like
Scanning.
Just scanning the
a lot
room,
of
just
times
like
that's how I feel. That's
just
how I look
terminate.
at things.
Yeah, you scan.
Yeah, I analyze everything. Over analytical sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe think too deep into things, but it's proved to be an asset more than a liability thus far.
Interesting. What are you sipping on there, big guy? Nootropic?
Which one? This?
Yeah, what do you got there?
What is that?
Well, shameless plug on Bum Energy.
Bum energy?
Yeah, Chris Bumstead.
Are you getting energized right now?
No, you know what it is? I usually overload myself with stimulants, and someone finally came out with like a smaller can with not as much caffeine, and like
A smaller can. This is a normal size can.
no, like you know what I'm talking about with energy drinks. They're usually like fucking double that.
The 16s.
And it's like nice and clean, like clean energy feeling from it.
Standard 12 ounce.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a sponsorship.
Instead of being all cracked out all the time.
Yeah. What kind of stimulants are you on?
What do you mean? No. Nothing.
You just like cracked out and you're on.
Ecstasy.
No, it's like
You just come in here just
I feel like honestly, I feel like I have a
there will
caffeine
be
doesn't do it for me. Like I don't feel like I feel anything from caffeine anymore.
you're immune to
Like
you're
you have to
immune
like
to the rush.
You have to do like a cleanse or something. But
Would
it's
you
like
just
the
start
same
drinking?
thing.
Will you start drinking Mountain Dew like
No.
real young?
No. I started fucking drinking energy drinks every time I was tired. And then it's just
It's just
I don't think you're supposed to do a gram of caffeine in a day.
no.
And then and then it's pre-workout, you know what I mean? Like it's just I think I have
Yikes!
It's a lot of shit.
tolerance to caffeine at this point.
Damn.
Jeez. Well, well then.
Well then.
Sales got me into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, become a salesman. Get stressed out. Get caffeined.
Yeah.
Get caffeinated. Get caffeined.
Yeah, but it's so rewarding.
What is?
Sales.
I don't think you can say that to everyone because there's probably a lot of people that like you can say that to that get attracted to it for the wrong reasons. I think there's an overemphasis on the upside of being an entrepreneur or a sales.
No, I don't
profession.
think there's an overemphasis on the upside. I think it's that
Or maybe not an
there's-
examination of the downside.
I don't think anybody looks at the downside before they get into things, right? That's the biggest thing when I watch it happen with people. They get into sales and they think because they're not selling that they're a bad salesman. And that's not necessarily the case. It's just that you're not doing the stuff that you need to be doing to produce sales. At the end of the day, sales is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more people you'll sell. All right.
Yeah,
if you're
that's-
not generating, everybody wants to be an order taker. Everybody wants to sit there and wait for a phone call to come in and be like, okay, this is what you want. Okay, let me get it done for you.
Then take us through, like, say you have no leads. You have a qualified service.
Okay, what kind of service?
Say you're into like decks.
Okay.
Just decks. They're like outside patios and decks, like outdoor living.
Okay.
Sometimes those guys like, every landscaper wants to do that, but they might not know how to generate leads.
Yeah.
How do they do that to get the sales?
You start by pounding on goddamn doors.
You just old fashioned way.
You have to start that way. You have to build a base. So if you don't have an idea on how to market, which the two high income skills that if you're going to be in sales, you have to at least become proficient in marketing and understanding marketing and how it works. And then third, one more, you got to learn how to copywrite. If you can do sales copywriting and sell, you're good.
You don't need to copyright anymore. You got ChatGPT for that.
Yeah, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, you need
Like
to be able
those
to
are
write
if your main thing is sales, you have to be proficient with marketing because you have to understand what drives people to you, right? How are the leads being generated? What are you doing to actually get those people in front of you? If you don't understand how that's happening, then you're just going to sit there frustrated.
Well, I think a lot of people right now, I don't know if I want to say a lot of people, some people, a decent amount of people are experiencing like a lull in business. And then you have other God damn it, dude. I'm really struggling with the educated speaking.
After you get through your point, I'm going to explain this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are some people seemingly doing just fine and other people are like convinced that the world's ending right now? When everybody, like last summer, everybody thought the world was doing just great. Everybody. Yeah.
Because the post-COVID hangover is finally gone. The backlog of work from COVID single-handedly made everybody think they could succeed in any market. So, and you didn't have to chase because everybody was so busy because of back to materials. Everybody got so busy that everybody was turning down jobs. So people were starting their own businesses. Boom, getting work, no problem. Awesome, this is great. Well, is this how it is? Well, now we're back to pre-COVID when you have to actually go get the work. The work's out there. No matter what's going on in the economy, the work's always there because there's always a portion of the market that's going to spend the money. So if it's not lower income or middle, low to mid income, then you got to shift and you got to focus on high income. And you go with where the market dictates. So if like the economy tightens, and it is tightened a little bit, but there's still people that'll spend the money. You just got to go find them. They're just not throwing themselves at you anymore.
What do you think happens to there's obviously still seemingly a shortage in inventory of homes to be purchased in certain price markets. Mm-hmm. How do those buyers get fed? What happens because this shortage can't go on forever. And my question is what do you think happens with the shortage of real estate? And then what happens next?
Well, you can thank JP Morgan and Chase for that. Every big bank's been buying up homes in the millions.
Yeah.
Everything's trying to push this country to be a renter's nation.
Yeah.
It's not by accident. It's design. There's a shortage of homes in a certain price range because that price range, they want people renting. Because if you look, it's the same thing. But even in the $750 to $1.2 million price range, those aren't renter prices. You're talking $6,000, $8,000 mortgages, $10,000 mortgage, and why are there so all of those houses, people that can afford houses can't find houses because they were all those homes like that were majority of them were sold during COVID because everybody made money selling their house.
So do you think that people that are looking for houses right now are the actual market of people looking for houses? These aren't the leftover people looking. These are the people that are actually looking.
This is the people that are looking now are the actual people that have that are looking. It's not the scraps from everything before.
Because there was a lot of people that decided to sell their house during that period, myself included,
absolutely.
Ride that out.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, people were making 20%. Why wouldn't you sell? What, and then you just go buy something else that's overinflated, but
hopefully less inflated.
You mortgaged it out, and you still kept profit from selling your home. It was a win-win for so many people, and it was great. That it helped the economy fucking boom. But we're not in that time now. It's back to normal. We're back to the normal life, but.
Even though
prices haven't corrected back to normal levels.
No.
And they never will. Not for a while, at least.
Well, I mean, historically, when you're talking about like CPI, price index, or any sort of indices that monitors that stuff, very seldom in U.S. history do things go backwards. There's only a few instances, even in the Great Depression in the 30s, which everybody for some reason thinks the Great Depression happened in the 20s. Not really the case.
No, the Great Recession happened in the 20s.
Yeah,
and then it went to the Great Depression in the 30s.
The Great Recession was post World War One.
Yeah.
But it's just, even in there wasn't really like a price pullback.
No, it's very rare that anything pulls back, right? Like we know that. Like nothing. You have to
wait for it to catch up.
You'll get a slight correction, but it's not like it's nothing notable. It's still well over what it was, right? Real estate never goes down. It never will. It's always going to be an appreciating asset.
Never say never. And then like tomorrow we start getting bombed by the Chinese and like nobody wants to buy my house. It's like, oh shit, dude.
I mean, in normal world market conditions, real estate here does not go down ever.
Yeah.
There's my little disclaimer.
It's fair to have disclaimers, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be like an interesting T-shirt. Just be like disclaim life, just like everything.
Let's get away with it.
So when you realized that like you wanted to be in sales, did you realize though, to our original like conversation, how difficult and miserable and unfair it is?
It's not unfair. That's the thing. It's the most fair form of work. You get out what you put in.
To the modern definition of unfair.
Yeah, the everything should be handed to you unfair. Yeah. No, I didn't know what I was in for, and I got smacked in the face real quick with reality. And I was like, oh, okay, you don't just make money. You have to break your balls, and you have to really earn this shit. Okay, how do I become better now? That was the conversation that happened for myself. I remember my first sales job was first true sales job, right? True commission sales job, selling cars.
What kind of cars were you selling?
Fords.
And they sold themselves.
Well, I had no idea what I was getting into, right? I had no idea what it meant to have 16 people on the floor, right? Like I didn't know. I was like, all right, yeah, we just get appointments, right? And it was like, no, like that person's mine. Fuck you. I was like, what do you mean?
There was like a rotation.
Like I didn't know how it, right? So like I sat there and I was like, why the fuck? What do you mean? Like I thought we got leads. And they're like, well, yeah, you will when it's your turn. And I'm like, oh shit. So like I'm not always going to get leads. And then I sat there.
So for every 16 people that walk through the door, you got one person.
So then I realized, okay.
So if you're closing 1 out of 4, you need 16 times 4 to come through the door.
I realized why car salesmen smoke cigarettes, because then you're outside all day, and then you just are the first one to someone on the lot. Yeah, and that's what I learned, right? That's just hang outside all day. I sat by the front door all day long, and then I started cleaning up. Right? I was like, no, this is interesting. The more people I'm in front of, the better I talk, right? Because the more I learn, the more confident I become in the process.
Were you aware of all this while you were going through this? Were you aware of your developing skills?
I was, because I'm analytical, right? So I noted, I mental notes to myself, right? The better I became, right, with my process, with being able to talk to people, the better my sales were, right? The better I presented myself, right? The better I dressed. All had to do with my numbers getting better. And I realized there was something about it, right?
What would you say is the most critical garment to defining success when you're talking about like what stuff you're wearing?
That's an interesting one. I would say watch, but watch puts customers off sometimes. You have to be careful wearing expensive things around customers.
I don't do that.
I have a habit of doing that. I don't mean to, but it does put customers off because they know you're making money off of them. And nobody wants to feel like someone's making money off of them in a sales process.
I think people are okay with you making money if you're providing the service, but you have to provide the service, and then at the end they're comfortable with the whole thing. In the beginning, they just convince themselves they are a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Or they need it and they trust, the reputation and things. But I think a good relationship is predicated that, like, at the end, you're satisfied with the value that you got, price and like the service. So I, a long time, just learned that demonstrating how successful you were in the past, like, isn't necessarily, like, your customers want to see a clean professional, but like demonstrating how successful you've been in the past to your now customers that you have no relationship with always seem to get in the way of me building like a good relationship with them. If they saw like a nice watch or, saw something like that, they're like, oh, like, huh.
Yeah, it like I said, it does put people off sometimes. I have experienced that.
But once people know you, they
It does-
want you. They want you to win, which is like kind of the reason. One of the reasons behind like me wanting to, like, we took like the old networking kind of group thing that we were trying to do, and we brought it into like the modern age. And like one of the things was like trying to uplift a group of people together, because I believe if we kind of like create an environment where everybody is looking out for one another or like helping each other like win as hard as possible or holding each other accountable, whatever the individual relationship needs. Like if we build a culture around that or a community around that, like that selfishly can only be good for me, and it can only be good for you, and it can only be good for you. So if we bring a bunch of people together with like that mutual understanding that we're trying to do that, I think a lot of that sales, like that initial sales obstacles that you fight when you meet someone like fresh, like the goal is to kind of break that down. Not necessarily with the people in the group, but if somebody says like the goal is to build real relationships, so that like when so-and-so, when Gilmar calls and says like, hey, you're looking to get a roof done, I've got the guy for roofs. And then like says like, this is how I know him. We're like he knows he has a real relationship with you, and he can like actually wants to help you win. People know you're in business for yourself. People know what business I'm in. But unless I have like a real, like they have a reason to see me win, they could walk past somebody and hear that they need a house built and be like, oh, I know a home builder, but I have no, like, I'm not going to put the energy out. It's nothing to me, but whatever. But if they know me and they're like, oh, dude, like, I want to see that guy succeed. Or you're that type of person that wants to see others succeed, because not everybody's like that.
Which is, to me, that's the whole crabs in a bucket thing, right?
Yeah.
Like what happens when a crab is trying to get out of a bucket?
It just pulls another crab's
The
in.
other crabs just grab it by its legs and pull it back in, right?
Yeah.
And that's how that I don't want to say most, but that's how a lot of people are, right? People don't want to see you succeed for the most part. And that's why it's so critical to get around people that do want to see you succeed. And that's why I try to uplift and help anybody that I can to become better, to succeed. Because like what do you get out of not doing it, right? What does it cost you to lift someone up and help them become better? What does it cost you?
Usually nothing.
Nothing. Usually nothing.
Yeah.
A piece of advice, taking them under your wing, maybe mentoring them a little bit, costs you nothing. It could give them everything.
Yeah.
And then that value trade-off is they learned, right? They became better, and you feel good from it. It's a selfish thing too. Don't get me wrong. There's no such thing as like selfless acts.
No, but I also think that if you say you did that, right? Like you did something for somebody else and you like provided for them on that level, they might not reciprocate it or have the opportunity to, but they'll have the opportunity to like help them out. Like somebody's helped me out. I looked out for Gilmar when he was getting started.
It's
like
pass it down the line.
So the idea is we're going to create a group and hopefully like that pass it down the line like somehow like kind of bounces around inside the group. So it's like you like, or maybe it goes outside the group. Like that'd be good too. But I think some people, know how to do that. I think some people like want to do that and don't have the community, or like maybe like.
I think most people don't know where to look or where to go. Right? People want to start. People want to get better. People want to improve, learn different skills, everything. But they don't know where to go, where to start.
I think a lot of those groups and a lot of those places
Are bullshit.
Well, most of them are bullshit, and then like the ones that aren't sometimes can be like a bit of a turnoff. Like
In what sense?
The way, like, like when you come out too confident that you're going to help somebody, like sometimes the groups or the organizations or the people that are in play that can like, it's their livelihood to help people. Mm-hmm. They come out with such like an intensity. I'm not talking about necessarily Andy. I'm just saying like that culture.
Yeah.
Is just like, I'm going to make you fucking better whether you like it or not. You do this goddamn boot camp and be a better dad. It's like, oh shit, like I want to be a better dad, but that's not for me. There's no middle ground. There's no like, unless you go to church.
I see what you're saying.
Like
now.
Not like, I think a lot of what we're experiencing as a populace is there's no more church. Like people don't really participate in church anymore. And church wasn't necessarily just about religion. It was about the community coming together on Sunday with like all the people in your neighborhood that were trying to, be God-fearing people, and seeing, Dale the painter, and like that network and community. There's a lot of business that gets handed around in churches.
Look at the perfect example is look at the Jewish community.
Oh yeah.
They still do it. If you have a job, so like, how do I explain it? Say I have some type of service rendered, right, by a Jewish run business.
Yeah.
That money that I paid into that for that service is going to go into another business, right? Because they're going to support one of their own, and then it's going to support one of their own again, and then it's going to end up in a Jewish-owned bank.
Yeah.
Right? Because they keep everything in house. They keep it's one of the coolest things to sit back and watch. It's something that nobody talks about with the Jewish community, but the people that want to lift others up and help others succeed the most is the Jewish community. They absolutely kill it at that, because they look at everything as, if I'm going to make money, you're going to make money, and you're going to make money, and you're going to make money. And it's phenomenal.
Yeah. I wonder what it is about that religion. Like, we'd have to get, like, it'd be cool to get a rabbi in here that's a banker. Double-sided sword.
I think maybe it's because what their culture went through kind of brought them together.
In terms of, like, the centuries of slavery and just, like, the centuries of, like, just struggle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just, like, hardwired into them to look out for, like, the people within the same culture.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but it's really
you're probably
really cool.
onto something there.
It is cool, but yeah, I figured that would make sense.
So basically, what Justin is saying, this is a red hot one, is that like we're trying to create like a Jewish family.
That's
in a business group.
In a way, I want to. Here you go. We want to take the ideals of Jewish community business,
the principles,
and the ideals. Yeah, the principles, the ideals.
Yeah,
and implement it into a mixed family.
I think on the website we should literally say based on the ideals of Jewish banking.
That would go hard.
You know how you go to those websites and you're like, based on the data and the research conducted by countless professionals, like you're gonna go to our website and it's like based on the philosophies of and ideals of Jewish banking. They're gonna be like, this is gonna make me successful, no doubt. Where do I sign up?
Researched by the asshole with a throat tattoo.
Yeah. It's true though.
It is. It's honestly, it's so cool though that how they operate and do business. It's phenomenal to watch.
It's very
It's inspiring.
It's very unique that other cultures haven't necessarily picked up on it. Some some conduct themselves similarly. Like the Chinese are very like that. The Chinese, like if you've ever lived near a Chinese neighborhood in the city or anything like that, they're very. They're almost like the Amish. Like there's no outs. If you're not Chinese, you don't do business.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think sometimes people find a problem with that. Like if, for instance, like I guess Kanye, who doesn't read books, like calls out the Jewish community for like doing that. Right? In a racial sense or in a prejudicial sense. But in reality, I think the people that draw those conclusions just don't have a place to like a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're obviously not Jewish, so they're not in the the Jewish banking community.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just think with everything, it's so easy to just like
you just have to find a community.
Wrong. They're like, oh, everybody just wants to point out what's wrong with everything. That's where
And
we're at.
And what's not
negative.
Working. Yeah,
and it's like,
well, I mean, it's very much like working.
You don't have to be that way.
Yeah. Are you saying? What do you say to me?
Huh?
Turn is what? I'll be whatever way I want.
You don't have to identify.
I'd like to. I wish sometimes that like I grew up in that like not necessarily just Jewish community or like like some sort of like tight knit community, because like you go to these neighborhoods and cities in particularly where it's like the neighborhood is one common race or culture, and like they throw parties on certain days, like the whole street shuts down, like or everything. It's like I've never really
block parties with the whole block. Yeah,
I've never really like my family's not big. Like I've never really been a part of like that dense of a community that like rolls for each other no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be like, yeah, you've picked on my Irish friend. I'm 2 generations removed. Like I'm gonna defend him. Like no, I got nothing. Like I'm culturally, I'm a mutt.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean my family in of itself wasn't close to begin with too. So.
Yeah, I feel like we're a lot of like, because we're with you. You guys have like family dinner every Sunday.
Yeah.
Your dad cries when you leave the house.
Yeah.
Like,
we have cookouts for no reason.
You guys have bowling cookouts like full tilt.
Yeah, dude. Every weekend.
Cookouts like, what is this, Super Bowl? Like, what do you guys like?
Nah, it's just Barcelona's
Somebody's
playing.
quinceañera. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Premier League's on.
Yeah. You guys like pull out the spread for your cookouts.
Yeah, bro.
So, yeah, I guess it'll be cool to try and take what we've done in the past as far as events goes and kind of just like formalize it just enough that it's not like we're not doing a fucking membership program.
Yeah, no.
But it'd be cool to kind of put some heat behind like the movement.
Yeah.
And I think getting people together more regularly is the key to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think staying top of mind, getting together once a month, end of the month, end the month out.
Top of mind's always key.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say it's also hard to get people together because everybody's so busy? So like if you set aside the same time each month, it's theoretically
easier. Plus, too, once people, I view it this way: once anything benefits somebody, they're more inclined to do it.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone sees an immediate benefit from it, they're gonna go out of their way to make sure that they're able to be part of it. I know I'm that way. If something doesn't really benefit me, I tend to put it to the back of my mind.
I think that's how you should be as a person.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You should be selfish with your time like that.
Yeah, I agree. But obviously, if something benefits me, I'm way more inclined to make myself available and move things around for it. Right? Like it's putting value on my time.
Yeah.
So I have questions about the get together. Then, like, maybe we could talk about this afterwards, but
Then hit us with the fucking questions.
well, no, it's kind of like, you want to go to something that's going to benefit you. So what can we implement, or what can we make it different than just, a networking event to where someone shows up and they benefited from it?
That's interesting.
What is something we need to,
I guess right off the bat,
mm-hmm.
something that comes to mind is like a contact list,
Mm-hmm.
right? Make it very easy for people that are participating in building those relationships to get a hold of one another or learn about one another or like help those people get attention.
So should we send out a list to everyone before, like say 2 days before or something, of everyone that might be there? So that way they're like, oh, this guy's a contractor. This guy does this guy's that.
I think it would be
Afterwards, you think?
Yeah, because you would only want to send the list out of the people that came. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't come, you don't want to, like, who's this person? I didn't meet with them.
Mm.
Well, and if you didn't come, you shouldn't get a contact list.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Like, you shouldn't get a benefit for...
You should not get the list of the people who were, like...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because then those people, you could take that list and be like, all right, these are people that are trying to do business. I'm going to try and have lunch with each. Like, no, come to the event.
Yeah.
Ask people to lunch. Do the different things. Do what it's called sales.
Yeah.
The hard work. But it's also fun.
It's like doing sales is like
Speaking to the mic.
Oh shit! Sorry, I don't have headphones on, so I can't tell how close I am. It's the same thing with everything, though, right? It's doing the shit that nobody wants to do, and acting like you love to do it. And that's how you become good with anything, but especially in sales. Like, nobody likes to cold call. Nobody. I've been in sales I've been doing this shit for years. I do not like to cold call. You think I like to go knock on doors? Fuck no. 90% of the time, people are like, who the fuck are you? What are you doing at my house?
Yeah.
But guess what? You do it with a smile on your face, because their reaction to you. So a big thing with sales is to not fill your emotional needs, right? You're not trying to fulfill your emotional needs with your sales process. You're trying to take your sales process to the bank. That's it. So if someone tells you to fuck off, okay, who cares? Not a big deal. But people get so hurt and they want to be liked by everybody that it's to the detriment of themselves that they get down from a no, right? They get down from someone telling them to go pound sand. They get down on themselves from all that in the process. Then they start to identify themselves as, oh, I'm a bad salesman. No, it happens to every salesman. Do you think the best salesmen in the world have a closing rate of 100%? No.
I'd like to meet that guy.
I would love to meet that guy.
His name's
I
the
would
closer.
love to. I will spend a month straight with that guy.
Yeah.
And I will learn everything.
He probably has some special thing about him that just helps him close. It's probably not something talented. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably got green eyes.
It's probably just beautiful.
Yeah. He's got a set of lips on him.
But
even if you look good, it doesn't help that much.
Yeah.
It helps.
I'd like to think that there's a superior being out there that closes no matter what.
He's got Jedi powers.
I don't know what the fuck what you mean.
Bill
by that.
Cosby. Bill Cosby closed no matter what. 100% of the time.
Jesus.
Rooflin does do that.
Jesus Christ.
But I guess to answer Gilmore's question, we could do the list. I'm thinking maybe not this first one, but definitely try and get someone to sponsor like a giveaway each time of something noteworthy.
What am I giving away?
Like, I don't know, like tickets to something or
Oh, fucking A, right.
or like
You want me to buy Phillies tickets for this
like
one?
a kitchen set. Like, I
That's
don't
not a bad idea.
I mean, yeah, we can talk about that. We
Just
can
spitballing here.
That's definitely a thing. I'll vote to that.
Mm,
Justin's allowed to sponsor whatever he wants.
yeah.
Daddy Justin.
Do that. Dude, I like Uncle Justin better.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. That's kind of sounds like a.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that.
Kind of sounds like a pervert.
Dude, I'm just gonna start inviting you places. My Uncle Justin's coming.
That was funny.
No,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like
Just
that.
convince
Yeah,
people.
dude,
Convince people you're like my younger, but
I'm
like
really
you're
not down with the Uncle Justin move.
Uncle Justin. Dude, you'll fall into it.
I'm definitely not even. I'm not down with the Daddy Justin move either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I aborted that mission and went to Uncle. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
went to the more cool thing.
The more cool thing.
You made it a pervert thing. You put that energy out there.
Oh, dude,
I'm trying to
sorry.
benefit our listeners and this
Uncle Frank touched
people
me.
that are trying to better themselves. You're taking this down the dark arts.
Uncle Frank touched me.
The funniest
Uncle
thing,
Justin.
the funniest thing about our show is you really could learn an extreme amount from some of the conversations we have with people in here, but you could also get really dumb in the process.
Yeah.
There's casualties here. You gotta pick and choose.
Yeah, laugh a little.
Oh, my last.
But it's
my
like-
last one was a shit show at first.
Well, sometimes your last ones, we had to cut that shit in half. That thing got out of hand, and then I put the second episode out first just to protect you.
Yeah, I know. That
I had to like make sure these listeners realize they're not a problem.
I was definitely a problem in the beginning there.
The local townspeople, you were fully caffeinated that day. Do you think this drink's helping you?
I was fully caffeinated, and I was.
You're more low key. You came out.
I was Basil Hayden too.
Yeah,
you
that
came.
too.
You came out restrained this episode. Like you were tense. You came out like with a dog with a leash on.
Yeah,
And you like sometimes when a dog gets a zoom, he's no leash. It's like fucking going around. Like when are we gonna catch him? Like this time you came in like aware of yourself.
Yeah.
Was it because of the last time,
no,
or was it because of the immense pressure we feel to promote this event?
I feel it's the duty to present myself in the best way possible.
I like it. I like that response.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
That was
I
classy.
feel like that's your duty as a man, as a leader, to present yourself in the best way, in the best version of yourself.
Would you ever iron your jeans? Have you ironed your jeans?
If they were loose enough to where they would have like wrinkles, then yes.
Okay.
But
So those are muscles keeping that like that.
Muscles, bro.
Damn.
Get you a pair.
I wonder how many people come to this event and be like, wow, Justin's actually as tall as we thought he was. People all the time, when you meet them out in public, I'm always like, oh, that's not what I thought. It's always the height.
Yeah.
Always the height that gets me.
I always forget that I'm like not like the same size as everybody else.
That was a polite way of putting it.
Yeah. That was very good.
That
Well
was
done.
a gentlemanly way of saying that you're bigger than us.
That was well done.
No, like I don't realize it until it's usually a picture
I'm going to sit up straight.
with me not paying attention, right? Like where it's just like not like a picture like where we're taking one together. It's like a picture of like me standing next to someone and I'm not paying attention. And then I've done it so many times where someone shows me a picture or something. I'm like, who the fuck's that? They're like, that's you. And I'm like, why do I look so big next to that person? Like, because you kind of are bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger than your average guy.
Yeah, dude.
But I always forget. It doesn't like dawn on me because I'm kind of used to being me.
Yeah, you're built like a linebacker.
Because I played linebacker.
You are a linebacker, yeah.
Where are we at, Gilmar? How many minutes we at?
We're good, man. We're good to go.
We're going to wrap this up.
Where my
Yeah.
foot falling asleep.
Damn.
I like these shoes today. I like this ensemble.
Yeah,
I call this
casual professional.
Yeah, it's
I
clean.
call this Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday on a Thursday.
Yeah.
There's a 3-piece suit in the car. I just didn't feel like wearing it.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Not right
Don't
now.
bring that up here.
Yeah, come on.
No.
Andrew's in shorts.
I'm
yeah,
showing
no,
some
I meant
skin.
today.
No, yeah.
not for this.
Yeah, I'm fucking
I
with
just
you.
didn't. Feel like wearing it.
Whoa.
Don't wear suits here.
No, he's not that important. Yeah.
No, you always got your NMDs on, so I can't wear a 3-piece suit while you're sitting there in NMDs.
You should. That'd be hilarious.
What
Show up in a suit.
is he talking about? My sneakers?
Yeah, you're
What are
Adidas
they called?
NMDs.
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 Yeah.
Are these what they call clutch sneaks?
They are clutch. Those are
Yeah.
comfortable.
I get a question from time to time. Is this French colors or American colors? And I always say American colors.
America, bro.
But
I'm pretty sure that's presented in the French way.
It is,
right?
but let's not go there.
I've been wearing these shoes for quite some time.
No, red, white, and blue, baby.
Have I been disrespecting?
Nah, bro.
Because I don't believe in France.
Yeah, it's not a real place.
Yeah.
They don't have like real people or whatever.
Yeah.
Why are there people in Canada that speak French? That's what really bothers me.
Quebec.
Yeah.
I'd like to think they're posers.
Like, it's just weird. Like, it's just odd. You're like, why do you not speak the same as everybody else?
I think it started with like, you ever hear about somebody that puts on like a fake accent?
Yeah.
I think it started with one guy like a long time ago
Or what about the
who
people
put on a fake accent and just like everybody believed him. Like, so his own family started putting on the accent, and then they had kids, and their kids had a fake accent, and then they just all started speaking French. It's kind of how the Amish happened.
What about the people that do fake voice, like the fake voice?
What do you mean the fake voice?
Like, you'll be like, when they answer the phone, it's hello. You ever seen the people that do that?
No.
I've never
People
done
change-
cold
like,
calls.
No, I'm not talking about like cold calls. Like, hello. People I know, they answer the phone, and all of a sudden they sound like they want to sound like they're like more stern and serious. I'm like, dude, like, your voice is your voice. You don't have to deepen it.
Oh,
It's
code
fine.
switching or something?
Yeah, like it's so odd.
I'm gonna ask you a question right now. Have you ever acted like you were on the phone?
To avoid conversations, yes.
Okay.
I've like if I see someone out, like say I'm in the grocery store and I see someone that I know and I don't want to speak to them, then yeah, it's fake phone call and as I walk past.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here's the thing,
100%.
Yeah.
dude. We'll send the list out. That way you don't have to have your phone out. Like, there should be no like promote people not to have their phone out at the event. Like, we'll send the list.
I don't know if I agree with that.
It was a test. You guys didn't like it. I'm gonna run back. Run away.
Just because my business card is literally 4
You're
phones.
that guy.
Yeah.
You're the digital dot card guy.
No, I'm like the nice. No, mine's presented way better than a dot.
It's pretty cool you showed it to
Do you
me.
remember the last time? You remember you were there when that vampire hunter showed me his business card on his phone, and he's like, "Send me your contacts." I did, and I don't remember his name. So like, I don't, he's in my phone, and I have no idea who he is. What's
That's
cool about
hilarious.
this? It's got a nice weight to it.
Yeah, it's sick. Just
Yeah,
tap
it's like the same thing. Shameless plug the link. No.
Bottom, bro, again. Unlock your phone. What are you doing, Andrew?
I'm just showing you that your system's flawed.
That's it.
barely
was-
fucking tried.
That was operator error.
barely
Do I not
tried,
even get a
dude.
chance now?
But I think
You took it away from me completely. I'm sorry, Uncle Justin.
Oh shit! He's like, grow up.
I thought that was a good way of doing it.
I don't believe in business cards. That I don't have one of those, but
You
that
should.
I don't hate on that.
No, I think you should, because it's a great way to. Because what it does is it sets up a page, like,
I know what it does.
yeah, and then you can have your contact information, but you can also have website links.
Yeah, but
And that's-
he's just like, yeah.
So like, to me, it was. I don't like business cards.
They get lost.
think they get lost. People like, you know how many times I've gone through my stuff at the end of a weekend and like all these business cards that I was handed, and like, sorry guys, but throwing these in the fucking trash.
I add all the people that give me their business cards when I don't want them, automatically get added to the no prisoners email list. Suckers.
It's a good way of doing it.
Yep.
Not bad.
You wanted to know?
So I was on the replacement team today.
No,
I was
You're-
Keanu Reeves today. Don't even try to tell me I wasn't.
no, dude. We put out the bat
No,
signal.
That's not how I see it.
That's
you know
it.
how I see it?
I was the replacements. Call me Keanu.
No. Like, when you're part of the infrastructure and we need a space field, that you just get you are an enlisted soldier, and we had to battle to do it.
Yeah, dude.
And we called your number, you had to go to battle.
You're important.
That's basically how I see it. You're a soldier of the cause.
I'm a made man.
Yeah, we can
Zach.
figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep this like a professional event, not like I'm not trying to create like an organization.
We can do that.
I almost got the URL .org. Could have been bad.
Not .org, bro.
Could have been an organization.
No way.
Elite. May 31st
Yeah, man. Be there.
or
Be square.
May 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should specify that it's upstairs.
Upstairs at, I think you'll be able to figure that out when you get there.
I'm just saying you should,
As Justin has specified, it is upstairs in the private room at 86 West.
I just don't want to lose any soldiers to the outdoor bar.
That's true.
Yeah. Get caught out there.
We're going to start at 4 to 6, probably hang out a little bit afterwards. It'll be good to see everybody out. Last Wednesday of the month is May 31st. We're going to kick the summer off right, end the month off right, and start, putting some faces to the names, build a little community for ourselves here, help each other out, and do some great things.
Hopefully start making everybody money.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
We'll make it worthwhile, dude.
I like the word money instead of help.
Straight shooter. That's why he's around.
Fuck it. I mean, that's what it's about. Listen, we want everybody to make money with each other.
Facts.
That's what everybody wants to do. Like, let's not, you don't have to dance around the topic ever. Like, people want to make fucking money, and you should. You should want to become great at what you do and help people and make fucking money.
Yeah, I'm trying to flood the harbor and raise the ships.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody's ship.
Burning the boats.
Wait, and he's gonna run back to the beach with all the money.
Listen, man, you ever hear of a long con?
Well, you're gonna start an organization and con everybody that joins the group.
Pyramid scheme.
You ever get caught in one of those?
No. Almost.
I almost, dude. They almost got me.
They
when I
almost
was
got
younger.
me, dude.
On the next episode of the best investigative reporting journalism show in Bucks County, No Prisoners Podcast. We're investigating what needs to get investigated. We're also hosting an event May 31st upstairs at 86 West, a beautiful upscale restaurant in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. You can RSVP, noprisonerspodcast.com/RSVP. Dress to impress. I don't want to see any flip-flops, sweatpants, or anything that's scrub gear. We're trying to make money, so if you're wearing the scrub gear, you're definitely not getting invited to the next one. So, No Prisoner Podcast, Justin, Rambo, Gilmore, Andrew, and we're done here.